Hello again, adventurer. I hope you're ready to crawl through the dungeon of your mind today. We'll be continuing to build our skill of concentration, which is a good foundation for a meditation practice. It allows us to stay focused as we begin to probe the depths of ourself. It's also a good foundation for life in general. It allows us to devote our attention where we want to be less distracted by things we don't care about. But this can be a difficult skill to build, perhaps the hardest learning curve of meditation. But if you're sticking with it this long, I believe that you are a radical boy, and boy in the gender-neutral sense, of course. You can be a radical girl, or radical human, or radical fairy, or whatever you want to be. The point is that if you have persisted in plunging into the many frightening dangers that come up in early meditation, then you are radical. And I am grateful for your radicalness. That being said, no matter how radical you are, which is unquantifiable, you are so radical, you are also stronger when you've got a buddy. We learned that working together is better than not working together. In some sense, you've already got one, and that's me. In my experience, having a guide for meditation makes a world of difference. I first tried to meditate some 5 years ago without really having a guide, or at least not a very active or consistent one. This made the practice really difficult, like so difficult that I only tried it 2 times and felt kind of regretful that I even tried it at all, and all but swore the whole thing off. And even at the time that I'm recording this, I still really enjoy and generally prefer guided meditations. I used to feel some hang-ups or guilt about how it wasn't real meditation, or I wasn't strong enough to just be with my own mind totally on its own. But that is bogus. Even with support, what we encounter in meditation is still 100% ourselves. And I'm slowly coming to be able to more skillfully and enjoyably engage in unguided meditation only because I have allowed myself to form healthy habits and reap the many benefits of guided meditation. And effectively, even when I am now meditating without a guide, what is more accurate is that I have simply internalized my guides. I am giving myself the reminders and affirmations that I might otherwise get from a recording, and am relying on the skills that I have built over the last couple of years. So I'm your first friend. Hey there, friend. But unfortunately, I don't have the capacity to be attentive to every person who listens to these files. And even if I could, I do not have much context for your life. So today, I would like to encourage, but not force you, to find a buddy. Please note that nothing we do here is ever forced or coerced. You have total autonomy in this space. But I cannot overstate the benefits of having a friend to meditate with. You don't have to meditate alongside this person, in the same space at the same time, though you can, and that is fun as well. But it is at least beneficial to be able to have someone just generally along for the ride with you. Someone you can share your questions and discoveries and experiences with. Someone who can have your back and check in when things get difficult. Who can come rescue you if you ever get trapped in a cage, getting simmered over a low flame. Having a partner in meditation gives you the ability to reflect more deeply on your experiences. And deep reflection is kind of the whole MO here. They will see things that you cannot, will try things that work and that they can share. They will have strengths and insights that are inaccessible to you, not because you are lacking in your radicalness, but simply because this is the strength of friendship, of unique perspective. I speak from experience when I recommend this. In fact, I was the friend who was invited to the practice in solidarity with my sibling. After I all but swore off meditation, guided meditation was a practice they took up for themselves. And I was at a real low point in my life and mental health, and pretty desperately like, well, it can't hurt. So I joined them for a couple of sits before I started doing it a bit on my own. And before I knew it, I had meditated for over 100 days. And my mental health was significantly improved in a shorter time span than almost ever before, and I felt connected to every ounce of that growth. I feel indebted to my sibling for asking me to join. I can't imagine where I would be without them, or without meditation. And we continue to meditate together and share insights to this day. So I encourage you to think about who that person might be for you. Maybe it's someone in your life already, that you already have a meaningful relationship with. But maybe you don't have a person like that, or one that you feel comfortable asking. And it can be scary, because if they say no, that can be challenging. You may feel awkward or judged, or even lose some of your own momentum. But if you don't have someone you feel comfortable asking, or you do and they say no, don't give up. You just gotta stay pumped. Pump it up. Pump it up. The internet is your oyster. Reddit is a fantastic resource to connect with people who already have a shared interest. Maybe they're a fan of Adventure Time, or they're also a beginner meditator. You could also look around your local community for a mindfulness organization or meditation group and see what they're up to. Or I'll offer a plug for a community that has been incredibly meaningful to me, which is the Consciousness Explorers Club out of Toronto, Canada. And they have virtual sits every Monday and retreats multiple times a year. They were actually born out of exactly this impulse, a small group of people looking to meditate together. And their community activation kit helped inspire me to create this series. So there are people, maybe not in your life, but they are out there in the world, waiting to support you, looking for support themselves. I believe it. But don't stress. I'm only planting a seed. In a couple of sits, we will have a meditation devoted to dropping in this question of support, of where we feel most comfortable looking for it. So if someone comes to mind already, that's great. Ask them to join when you're ready. But if no one does, that's okay too. Just let the idea sit with you for a bit and we'll come back to it. But so much of the show is about friendship, and I believe that your experience will be richer if you've got a meditative Jake to your Finn. They don't have to be your literal best friend, but they can be. Just someone who can have your back as you continue along this heroic journey. For now, I'm the friend you're stuck with, so let's jump down this sketchy-looking well. We can start by settling into our body posture, finding a balance of natural alertness, just unforced aliveness, and relaxation, settling, arrival in this moment. Whatever balance we find is great. It's enough. The intention of the thing is enough. Simply recognizing that we always have both some measure of alertness and some amount of relaxation in every moment. And we're checking in with what's there now. You can adjust your posture if you'd like, invite a bit more of one or the other, and then just accept where you're at and settle into this shape. This is where you are for now. You're sitting and you know that you're sitting. Or standing and know you're standing. Lying down and know you're lying down. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so and they aren't closed already. Or you can leave them partly open. Pick a place that's comfortable for your gaze and then let it go. Take a few deep, intentional breaths, really feeling into your breath in your body. What does breathing feel like? Where do you feel it? Can you be curious about something you feel so often? If you can be, that's an amazing thing. And notice how your curiosity may become more or less present as a result of your calling attention to the sensation. Whatever comes up or doesn't come up, it's okay. We just notice it. Welcome it. There is space for all of your experience here, even resistance to your experience here. And there is no getting this wrong. Whether you are laser focused or totally adrift the entire time, it doesn't matter. This is the practice, and your experience is your experience. There is something valuable simply in noticing that. Give yourself permission to unclench, to let go. Your face can soften, your jaw, the space around your eyes, your neck, your shoulders, your arms and legs. We can carry tension anywhere. Anywhere you notice it, see if it will relax just by bringing a gentle attention to it. If not, that's okay. We are already relaxing our nervous system just by slowing down, cutting back stimulus. However much relaxation we can find is enough. When you're ready, if you're ready, you can tune into your object of focus. Maybe the breath in the belly, maybe in the expansion and contraction of your lungs, maybe in the flow of air at your nostrils or across your lips. Maybe the breath is difficult and you're paying attention to sounds constantly around you, rising and falling, even silence. Or maybe you're working with touch points, or your heartbeat, or some other sensation. Whatever it is, just welcome your attention to tune into it as much as it can, as much as it wants to. And then maybe try a gentle smile if it feels right. Even though we're concentrated, there's nothing too serious about this. We can enjoy our bodies in this moment of stillness. But as always, it's okay if the smile feels forced, or if nothing about this feels enjoyable. It's all okay. No matter what, we're just hanging out, our attention resting where we place it. And of course, after not too long for most of us, our mind will drift, become distracted. That's okay. It's what minds do. When we notice we've gotten lost in thought, we can celebrate that we recognized it. That we are practicing mindfulness every time we notice where our mind is. And we can let go gently and bring it back to the breath, or whatever our object of focus is. It doesn't matter if you have to start over hundreds or thousands of times. Every time you begin again, you are growing your ability to let go. If it feels right, and you haven't already, you can introduce a soft mental count. I like to put mine at the end of the out-breath, at that moment of stillness before the next in-breath. The number is quiet. Most of our attention remains on the sensation of the breath. But these numbers can help our brain feel more connected. We give it a little task. In, out, 1. In, out, 2. the mind will get distracted, caught up in thoughts and other sensations. That's okay. We are in our element. We are learning to let go. And every time we let go, we do it with kindness, without judgment, and we return to the feeling of the breath. It's still there. Maybe something really distracting comes up, and it stays there. We try to let it go, but we can't. After a bit, if there's some physical adjustment we can make, rub the place where it itches, adjust the seat or cushion, make a note, you can allow yourself to do it. You don't need to judge yourself for this. We aren't pushing through pain or proving our strength of will. Just make this adjustment with as much mindfulness and gentleness as you can, and then see if the thing releases. See if you can't let go and come back to the breath. Maybe there's no physical adjustment you can make, or you try but it persists. Then go with the flow. Allow the thing that is messing with your attention to become your new object of focus for as long as it needs to be. Can you be with this sensation? Can you get curious about it? What does this heat in my ears feel like? What are the specificities of this itch on my butt? Maybe in time it will subside and you can return to your breath. Maybe that's the new object of focus. The important thing here is that we are aware of where our focus is resting. We aren't forcing it or controlling it. And we don't necessarily want to bebop through a whole Rolodex of focus points. But even if we do, even if that's the experience, what we bring to all of them is a quality of awareness. Our butt itches, and we know our butt itches. And if we can come back to it, we are breathing, and we know we are breathing. One breath at a time. Just a few more moments. Stay with your object as much, but also as gently as you can. All right, great job. I'm thankful for you and for the time you are taking to be with yourself in a different way. Celebrate yourself and this dungeon you just crawled through, and I'll see you next time.